Everyone, me Kevin here. Well, Congress is back at it again. As expected, Congress is probably going to end up passing the stimulus package on Wednesday rather than today. That's because they were supposed to vote on the rules yesterday and pass the bill today, but everything got shifted by a day. This is kind of why we thought Biden won't be signing this until Wednesday. But hey, look, as long as he signs it this week, which is pretty much in the bag right now, we're going to be seeing those stimulus checks coming out by the end of this month. But right now, I want to touch on what's next and some of these other provisions within the stimulus package that aren't getting a lot of coverage. We're going to touch on unemployment, healthcare, and so on. But I want to quickly start by mentioning, right now, you're already going to start seeing a lot of politics start kind of heating up again about the infrastructure package. That is next in line to be dealt with. That's going to affect energy, utilities, electric vehicles, and electric vehicle tax credits. This energy and infrastructure plan, which some are calling a potential Biden New Deal, sort of paying homage to a Green New Deal, which obviously pisses off a lot of Republicans. We're already starting to see a lot of tension regarding this. Joe Manchin is already showing signs of not wanting to vote for the infrastructure package. This means Joe Biden is going to have to rely on getting 10 Republicans to get this bill through with a 60-vote margin in the Senate. Now, Biden does have more reconciliation opportunities if he wanted to do more bills through budget reconciliation. He actually has 9 opportunities to do so, and that's because you can pass 3 budgets, 2021, 22, and 23, and you could break those each down into 3 different parts. And that means technically Biden has 9 opportunities to pass bills with just 51 votes, but that doesn't do you much good if you start losing Democrats. So expect a lot of heated attention to this. And the infrastructure package. And I think stocks will move on that as well. We've been paying a lot of attention, certainly to the energy stocks, and like the Enphase and the Teslas and that, which have sold off recently. Now, on the stimulus package, here's some more insight. First, it's helpful to know that when it comes to unemployment and the Affordable Care Act, there are 2 big things here. One, on unemployment, if you're waiting for that $10,200 tax waiver, remember, we're probably going to want to wait for IRS guidance before we file an amended return on that. Still seeing a lot of commentary on that. But there's also been a lot of question about what's going on with this change to the Affordable Care Act. So here's the thing. The Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, which is where you could go through your state's insurance exchange website and buy insurance. Well, the way the ACA has worked is that in the past, if you made about 400 or up to 400% of the federal poverty limit, which is about $51,000 for individuals and $87,000 for a family of 3, as long as you made less than that, you'd be eligible for subsidies through the healthcare exchanges. This is now changing. Not only are subsidies going to boost for lower income individuals, larger subsidies, but you will also get subsidized to buy insurance to make sure that you're only paying up to 8.5% of your income on the health insurance exchanges. I know there is a certain limit. I don't think that's going to be true for people making substantially more money. But there will be a limit that you will only pay up to 8.5% of your income on healthcare expenses, which is going to make a big difference. In fact, the Wall Street Journal via Bloomberg reported that a 60-year-old with $55,000 in income would see their premiums potentially go down 50 to 80%. And this is a massive part of the stimulus package that isn't being talked about much. In fact, so much of the stimulus package is going to people making lower incomes. Just a comparison, in 2017, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act gave 50% of the benefits of those tax cuts to the top 5% of earners. Right now, people making $91,000 or less get 70% of the benefit of this stimulus package, whether that's checks, unemployment, the ACA changes that we're seeing. And this is why some people, especially in the Biden administration, are calling this one of the biggest anti-poverty bills ever. Other people are calling it Heroes 2.0 and a big blue state bailout, but hey, that's politics. Right now, we just got to move on and focus on what's next on the chopping block, and that's infrastructure. And obviously, that'll be what gets covered next. But for right now, we do still have this package coming. There are questions about this $200 Social Security boost that was kind of outlined in Joe Biden's plan, but never really talked about again, and unfortunately, it wasn't talked about in this plan either. So the $200 Social Security boost, right now, there is nothing included for this. So sorry that is not here. Now, we did mention yesterday also that any student loan forgiveness through 2025 will be excluded from taxation, which is basically laying the groundwork for Joe Biden to cancel student debt. We know that Joe Biden is opposed to canceling $50,000 of student debt, but he's open to canceling $10,000 of student debt. Usually when you get debt canceled, you actually have to pay taxes on that money because you kind of just got, it's sort of like getting free money. And when you get free money, the IRS is like, tax opportunity. Well, here, the IRS is now receiving a new rule that says any student loan forgiveness between now and 2025 shall be excluded from taxation, which is really exciting for anybody with student loan debt. Obviously, if you just paid off your student loans, you're probably like, oh man, I should have waited. It doesn't seem as fair. But obviously, we could have the whole fairness debate in a different video. And you know what? If it really stresses you out, just get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes. A link down below. Or go to metkevin.com/life. You don't have to talk to anyone, and you can Apple Pay or Android Pay for it. On housing assistance, rental assistance, and utilities assistance, there is another way for you to keep up to date with this, and this is actually checking your Department of Real Estate. In some states, they call it the Bureau of Real Estate, so I would look like Florida Department of Real Estate, or if you're Florida Bureau of Real Estate, depends what it's called. I think most are departments, but anyway. Take a look at these websites. If you go to these websites, rather than just looking at housing and urban development, you actually look at the Department of Real Estate itself, you should see some indications, at least in a lot of states, like California is doing it, you should see some indications for updates for rental assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. Remember, mortgage forbearance is something that I still highly encourage you take. It is a really, really good thing for you to take, especially if you have any uncertainty at all. It is, and you have a Fannie Freddie Mac loan where basically you can take the amount you owe and add it to the back of your loan. It's kind of like free money, especially if you invest in the meantime. Then, big change on the PPP. The PPP is getting extended by 3 months, which is freaking awesome because the PPP program was going to expire at the end of March. If you have not yet applied for the PPP loan, I will just pull my hair out. Like, I still talk to people. I had a coaching call this weekend, and somebody's income went, from a substantial amount to a lower number from 2019 to 2020, and I'm like, dude, they made the PPP for people like you. Why are you not applying if you are at all in any shape or form self-employed? Even if you lost money, apply for the PPP. You can go to metkevin.com/veem, V-E-E-M. Not sponsored at all, not affiliated with that. Go check that out. Apply for the PPP. It's free money. You could use gross income or net income now. It's so flexible how you could do this now, with the exception of JP Morgan. JP Morgan will not let you use gross income, which is really kind of annoying. But anyway, there you go. There's an update for you. By the way, if you do want to get up to $1,850 totally for free by opening a stock account with Webull, go to metkevin.com/Webull, deposit $100. They'll give you up to $1,850 totally for free. If you like cryptocurrency, go to metkevin.com/BF and get yourself up to $250 for free by depositing money with BlockFi. Thank you so very much for watching, folks. We'll see you in the next one.